Hey there guys, this is Code Tutorial for you back with another Edabit problem. This one's called difference of max and min numbers in list. So it says create a function that takes a list and returns the difference between the biggest and smallest numbers. So let's go to the examples. As you can see, the list right here, we have several numbers. They're not sorted or anything. And we have to find the biggest number and the smallest number. So you can see the smallest number is -50 and the biggest is 32. So what we're going to do is find the difference of max and min. And so 32 minus -50, we're going to get 82. And then on this one, as you can see, again, it's not sorted or anything. Smallest number is 19 and biggest is 86. So 86 minus 19, we get 67. So let's go to the code tab. Here we have the function, difference max min, and right here we have the list. So there's several ways we can do this. Let's start with the easiest way. So what we can do is use the function max and the function min to get the respective largest number and smallest number. And then we just return that. So we're going to return max list minus min list. And this should give us the answer. So I passed the test. There's other ways we can also do this. We could do it by sorting it. We're going to sort the list. And the way we do that is we do this. We use this function, sort. So that sorts the list. And then we just return the last element of the list, because the last element of the list is going to be the biggest, minus the smallest element of the list, which is going to be the smallest by putting index of 0. So this index of -1 gives us the last element of the list, which is going to be the largest. And this index gives us the first element of the list, which is going to be the smallest, since we have it sorted. So as you can see, let's test it out and should pass the test. And let me just go over here to this tab to show you how this works. Okay, so what we do is we sort the ascending list. We have, see, as you can see, we have the list in order. That's what the function sort does. And then we just calculate the difference between maximum 32 and minimum -50 values. So the result is a difference of 82 between the maximum and minimum values in the sorted list. So again, this is what sort does in the list. It puts the element in order from least to greatest. So but there's also another way we can do this. We can do a for loop, and we can go through every single element in the for loop to find the smallest and the largest number in the for loop, and then just subtract the largest number and the smallest number, and we should get the same answer as we got from the other two ways we did it before. So what we're going to do is first initialize the largest, and we're going to get that. We're going to initialize it to the first element, and then the smallest, we're going to also initialize that to the first element. So for I in list, if largest is smaller than I, then largest, so then that I is going to be the largest now. We're going to assign that element to largest now. So again, we initialize the first element of largest. So If we go to the next element, which index 1, if we find that that's larger than the largest number we have so far, then we're going to replace that largest with the larger number that we've come across, which would be index 1 at this point. And we're going to do that the same thing with the smallest number. So the smallest is larger than the I, which is an element. Then we're going to replace the smallest with the current element that we've stumbled across on that is smaller than the smallest. And then we're going to return largest minus smallest. And it should work out as well. As you can see, it passed those tests. We're going to go to this tab. So I'm going to show you how this previous code just worked. As you can see, we've got the list right here. Yeah, we just got a list, and the largest is 10, the smallest is 10. So as you can see, because it is from the first index, again, index of 0, so we initialize them both, and largest is 10 and smallest is 10. And let's go to the first loop iteration, and from that loop iteration we've seen the largest. We've gone to we're on this one, so this is obviously not larger than the 10 that currently is the largest, but it is smaller than the previous 10 that was initialized to the smallest. So now we change that, we replace it. So now it's 4. So let's go to the next loop iteration. So then we're in the next loop iteration. So this one we have, as you can see, we're on this number. And the largest, still we have not found a larger number than 10, so we still have 10. But 1 is smaller than the previous number that was in smallest, which was 4. So we replace 1, and then so now 1 is the smallest number. Let's go to the next one. So now we go to 4. And then, so largest still, 4 is not larger than 10, so largest is still 10. And smallest is 1, so we have not found another number that's smaller than 1. So we are stuck at 1, I mean. And we have now replaced it with 4. So we go on to the next one. The next loop iteration, as you can see, we're at -10. So -10 is not larger than 10, so largest is still 10. And the smallest has now been replaced to -10. It used to be 1. And now we go to the next loop iteration. And as you can see, largest is still 10. -50 is not larger than 10, but it is smaller than the previous number we had, which was -10. And so now -50 is the smallest number. Now to the next iteration. So we finally replaced the 10 we had. We're at this number, 32. 32 is larger than 10, so 32 is the largest. And -50 is still the smallest number. And now we are in the last number. 21 is not larger than 32, so it has not replaced that. And it is not smaller than -50, so it has not replaced that. So as you can see, we went through the whole for loop. We went through the whole list. We iterated throughout every single element. And we found the largest number, which was 32, and the smallest number, which was -50. And so we get the largest number, 32, minus -50. And it comes out to 82. Let's go to this tab. So as you can see, there are many different ways to get the answer. If you want more coding solutions, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.